One of the reasons that Palm Beach County is considered Florida's cultural capital is because of the many artists, galleries, and activities that showcase the creative, the innovative, and the imaginative skills of the artists that live and work here. It's an industry that helps draw thousands of people here to enjoy the art, the sun, and fun of Palm Beach County. Now, you may not be aware of this, but between January and March each year, because of the several art fairs, the world shines a spotlight on this county, and it becomes the epicenter for contemporary and fine art, antiques, and fine crafts. But all year long, we enjoy the art and we celebrate the artists throughout the county. Join us as we take a journey to explore the art and the artists in Palm Beach County in some places you might not expect. Next on Cultural Capital. When you come off I-95 at Boynton Beach Boulevard and you pass on the first right, you're going down an industrial area. Or you think you're going down an industrial area with auto parts and auto shops. But there the creative hands and the creative thoughts of an artist colony also reside. And it's the vision of this gentleman here, Richard Beaulieu. Richard, welcome.
Thank you.
This is an interesting place to put an artist studio, an artist colony. How did the idea come about?
Well, a big part of it, though, is quite frankly, is finance. Years ago, I started off at a studio in West Palm, near a foundry. Needed more space and went down to Delray Beach.
Okay.
Went scouting around to see if I could find something more affordable, and brought me over here in Boynton Beach, into this neighborhood. At the time, not such a good neighborhood, you know, but I figured, you know, it's a place to work, and it was, at the time, it was only a couple $100 a month.
Okay.
So, we've expanded since the original space.
I mean, how long have you been here?
86.
1986?
Yeah, 23 years, yeah.
And how many artists show their works here?
Roughly somewhere between 25 and 30.
Wow.
Some local, some national, some from other countries, South Africa, South America, Spain.
Wow, yeah. This is incredible. And how would someone find out about this place?
Well, over the years we've put a lot of websites up. So we have a website, Art Majeur in Paris. We have a couple sites in Germany. We have a couple sites that we have Saatchi over in London.
Is that right?
Yeah, and then we have a neighborhood gallery site. But quite frankly, word of mouth's been probably our best. You know, we've been here a long time, and people tell people we try to spend some time with people when they come.
Right.
You know,
talk about your work.
Talk about the work. Talk about the other artists. Talk about the 3 or 4 shows a year that we have here. And the last show we had here, we had over 400 people.
Wow. Now this is your work.
Yeah, this is one of my pieces.
So you're a sculptor.
I'm a sculptor, and I paint also, yeah. But that's my piece, yeah. And I did a lot of stainless early on. I had someone who was providing me with a lot of used stainless, and of course that's was cost effective. And these pieces, like a piece like this jazz piece, was inspired by music, and it's on an indoor base, but it could be taken off and put on a pedestal and go outdoors. Survive just fine.
Talk about some of the other artists that you have here displayed. I mean, magnificent pictures.
Ralph Papa, yeah, I have a lot of Ralph's work here. I'll bet there's probably 60, 70 pieces. Ralph is a portrait artist, a landscape artist. He teaches down at the museum down in Delray.
So, all different medium is it represented here? All different artists that want to come and take a look?
Pretty much, yeah.
You ever open it up for, like you said, you had over 400 people. How often does that occur?
About 3 times a year.
3 times a year?
And most of the time it happens in the fall of the year, through the winter months. And we have a little gallery next door And then we have a lot of work outside, and people sort of like float in and out of the big gallery, the small gallery, and they mingle in the parking lot. I mean, the last show was supposed to get over at 9 o'clock, and we were cleaning up with the crew, and I'll bet it was 11. We still had some people camped out up there. So, you know.
I was here that time.
Oh, you were there? Yeah.
I wasn't here.
Yeah, there were a lot of people here. There were too many people, almost.
It was great. It was absolutely great.
Yeah.
Now, going back to 1986, and then you did a lot in terms of the environment to kind of clean up the environment before you got here.
Yeah, you know, what had to happen out here was the street, if you looked from Boynton Beach Boulevard down West Industrial, it basically looked like you were looking through a tunnel. There was overgrowth on both sides of the street, just about enough room to get a car going in each direction. Some of these people, like Ray Marcinkowski, who owns these buildings, has a great oil company, and heavy equipment. He was able to crush a lot of this stuff and put it in dumpsters, haul it to the dump.
Basically, you cleaned it up.
Yeah, and they bought trees, palm trees, and planted them. They planted grass. I mean,
But you know what I noticed?
Right.
All the artwork that you've also placed on
We
either side of the
incorporated
world.
that. Yeah.
Interesting point about that, and that's what I think happens with art and artists when they come into an area. Sometimes it is kind of dilapidated, but the minute they get there, they kind of transform it into something, which is exactly what you guys have done here. And therefore, the economic impact in other places, you know, who want to be around artists happens because of the vision and the dreams of artists.
You know, and I think all artists are also very territorial. If you rent a space to an artist, it may be just a little tiny storefront, but you also rented him the sidewalk, that part of the street, and projects right across the street, and he will guard and protect that area. Yes. And that's artists are known for that, you know.
Great.
Well, you know, developers, you know, like in Soho years back, you know, get them into these old buildings and they'll clean them up.
They sure will.
And that's it. Yeah.
And that's what you've done here, and I appreciate it. Again, Neighborhood Art Gallery. You have 3 or 4 times a year people can come, but just come down West Industrial Boulevard and just see what you have.
Yeah, and we're open year-round too.
All right.
Yeah, we're here Tuesday through Saturday, 11 in the morning to 6 in the evening, or by appointment.
Very
Have
good,
you come
Rick.
down, yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, Bill.
And we'll be back right after this.